Greetings, Harbingers! Welcome to Yliaster, PewDiePie's favorite channel. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. Videos every Thursday at noon p.m. Eastern Time. In today's video, I would like to make a reflection about this whole thing involving the rapper producer Diddy and those scandals that is coming up in the media. Allegedly, I will say it like this for now because he's I believe he's still on trial and all, even though the guy really does seem to be like a piece of shit, and I hope justice gets served on him. So I'm not going to talk about him and the things that are showing up in the media. I will make a reflection about power. So that's why the video's title is Diddy and the Ring of Sauron. In The Lord of the Rings, when Frodo and Gollum are fighting over the ring by Mount Doom, you realize that Mount Doom is not guarded. Sauron has never thought of putting any sort of security there, because by the mount where the ring could be actually destroyed, it also where it exerted its power to at its maximum level. So as we know, what happened is that the ring destroyed itself over the fight between Frodo and Gollum, right? So power is kind of like that if your values and foundations aren't well established. When I was young, my dad used to tell me, you only know a person's true colors when they're given power. So I believe that people don't change because of power, but they simply reveal what they have always been, whereas they weren't being able to execute what they wanted to do because they never had the power to do so. That's, I think, why we see so many horrible things in the world, in this world, so many horrible things that the human being is capable of when they have access to power. When I say power, I'm also including money here, because money and power are, walk side by side. And both money and power aren't bad things per se. People tend to mistakenly think that, oh, money is the root of all evil. But it's not the money, it's the love for money or the love for power. And you can interpret this love as an evil obsession. I think love is a bad word here, but an evil obsession to exert power, and money is one of the ways you can exert power. So in this case, it's the case of a human being that never had proper values and foundations, and once he had access to this kind of power, and we're talking about Hollywood here, and there lies this probably the center of the greatest powers in this world. We don't know for sure, but I kinda get it, like Californication's lyrics now. These are very powerful and rich people in the most powerful country of the world. With power and with money, the human being is easily corruptible, and regardless of the institution, because in the end of the day, all of the institutions in this world are run by humans, and humans are corruptible, just for the reasons I just stated here. So under the proper conditions, a person's mind that is already deteriorated, it's cauterized, and lacks these important values and foundations and morals, once they have access to some kind of power, bad things will happen. Those things got me wondering, would people change actually if they had this sort of power? I'm not talking about what this guy is allegedly doing, with the artist, and even like Justin Bieber is involved as like an allegedly victim to it, and a lot of other big figures in the Hollywood scenario. So you ought to make this reflection. What kind of person would you be if you had like Diddy's money and influence? Would we show our true colors by really not seeing people as human beings anymore and simply like a piece of flesh? Power is an invitation for one to wear Sauron's ring. Even someone like Frodo, was corrupted toward the end. I think we are all passive to fall for this kind of corruption in different scales. You see that scale in smaller situations. You might have like a boss or a coworker that has like a position above you, and they are just like assholes because they occupy this position, or someone from your family that has like a better situation and they suddenly became an asshole. Well, the truth is they were always like that, and they just got opportunity to exert their assholeness, if you will. You gotta pay attention to those things, and if the Ring of Sauron is being offered to us, think several times before wearing it and make a reflection if you can exert power to do good without wearing the ring, because unlike Frodo, you might end up falling with Gollum in the ring, only to find your own demise, blinded by power and corruption. That was today's message of the video. See you in the next video.